If you're a princess and you know it, clap your hands. If you're a princess and you know it, clap your hands. If you're amazing and you know it, and you really, really know it. If you're amazing and you know it, clap your hands. Hello my lovelies, how are you doing? Today we are reading another story about a princess. This time it's about the princess and the pea. How many people like to eat peas? I do. I like eating peas. Yes. Okay, Teddy says hi. Hi. Once upon a time there was a prince. When he grew up he wanted to marry a princess, but he wanted her to be a real princess. Prince went all over the world looking for a real princess whom he could marry. The prince met many princesses, but there was always something the matter with them. One was too tall, another was too small, one was too sad, another was too jolly. Somehow or other, not one of the princesses was right. Was never quite sure if they were real princesses. How do you know who's a real princess? Teddy, how do you know who's a real princess? I don't know. At last the prince came home again. He was very sad because he did want to marry a real princess. Then one night there was a terrible storm. The lightning flashed, the thunder roared, the wind blew, and the rain poured down. In the middle of the storm there was a knock at the door of the castle. The old king went to open the door. Standing outside in the pouring rain was a lovely lady. She might have been a princess, but she was so wet it was difficult to tell. Her hair was so wet that the water from it was running down her face. Her clothes were so wet that the water was pouring out of them. Her shoes were so wet that the water was running in at the toes and out of the heels. The king led the princess into the castle out of the wind and the rain. There she stood in a pool of water, and all she could say was, "I am a real princess." The prince could not believe his ears when he heard her say, "I am a real princess." "We'll see about that," thought the old queen, but she did not say anything. While the princess was being bathed and dried and dressed in dry clothes, the queen went to see about a bedroom for her. The queen had all the bed clothes taken off the bed. Then she put a pea under the mattress. Whoa! Then more and more mattresses were put on top until there were 20 mattresses on top of the pea. Then the queen had 20 feather birds piled on top of the 20 mattresses. "Now we shall see. Now we shall find out if you are a real princess," said the queen to herself. The princess was warmed and fed. The queen led her to the bedroom and tucked her into bed. In the morning, the old queen went to see the princess. "How did you sleep, my dear?" she asked. "Dreadfully," said the princess. "I hardly slept a wink all night." "What was the matter?" asked the old queen. "I do not know what was in the bed," replied the princess, "but there was something hard in it, now and black and blue all over." Then the queen knew that this was a real princess because she had felt the pea through 20 mattresses and 20 feather birds. Only a real princess could be as tender as that. The prince was filled with joy when the old queen told him that they had indeed found a real princess. A wedding was arranged between the prince and the real princess. Then there was great joy in the castle. Oh. As for the pea, it was placed in a museum. It may still be seen there, if no one has taken it away. I wonder if we went to the Calgary Museum, we would find the pea there. We should go. Yes, after this lockdown, we're gonna go see if we can still find the pea. And the next time, don't forget, who's amazing? You are amazing. I am amazing. Steady.